Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 2. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, and it's 3rd and short.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Routine spill. Checking. Crash. Get it.
To throw on second down. Herbert. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 180. 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, team. Check. 32. Switch. Check 3. Check 32.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, Saints.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
No. Watch the eye. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the safety creep. Kill.
Now Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
First down,
56, lady. Check 56. Here we go.
First down, a run with Cohen. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
at the 21-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
36, and middle.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Snap! 250! I'm coming! Back!
from the gun. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
X3, 218, chop it. 5.
This is McCaffrey on the give, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Herbert finding Knox there, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line.
15 yards on the play. That's good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Saints nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go. Check. Step.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 6-6, pull it high.
2nd and 9 now. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Set. 60 yards. Let's go one more. Check safety, check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Here we go. Set. 91. Here we go. Single. That's single slot. Check 9.
On 3rd down, Herbert going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
10-2, sir. Tight end right. Hey, we got four. We got four down. Sleep grip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert going deep for Diggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Whitehead there defensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Open man is QT, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Throwing on first down. Herbert going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right?
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you tone that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Easy. 61. Matchbox right.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
That's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, it's Cohen pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Play action. Stafford. And the pressure pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Stafford. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They try again with Cohen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
180. Zero.
Out of the gun, Stafford. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Cohen. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Tariq Cohen. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 18. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 37. Check 37. General West. Hurry, hit it.
Off the bootleg. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Denver. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 29, Stafford. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battles.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Herbert. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Set 70, Indy. Here we go, here we go, here we go. 5.
From the gun, Herbert. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
10. Tighten up.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Good gain there on first down. That keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
First down, Saints.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Strip that ball.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 24.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Completes it to Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 19 yards away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first and 10, Herbert going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to the air on second down. Herbert. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
11.
Stafford going to throw it. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better